I lowered the gain because last time it was too loud. I'm doing my best out here, man. Trying to make it work. Back with the tripod action. And an empty Tupperware that shouldn't be here. That's fine. Yo, what up, Orp? How you be? Things I should do is get my workstations ready. If you're cooking food and you want to be efficient, have everything you need within hand's reach before you even start. I just got groceries today. You see that? That's what a fridge looks like when you're not completely in shambles. Close to it, but not completely in shambles. Take 2 of these. Probably do 4 of the eggs I got from my mom and her chickens. That works. Yeah. So I need butter. We have that. Salsas are gonna be later. What else? Oh, I got new hash browns. These are better macros than the old hash browns. It's 80 calories for 85 grams. The last hash browns were 100 calories for 60 grams. It's called making smarter choices. Speaking of smart choices, don't ever buy these magic spoon treat things. They're not good. They're also 40 bucks. Are we goated today? I think so. That reminds me, tonight we got plans. We're playing the new Helldivers 2 Killer, which is a joke, but should be. I have no expectations, but it should be kind of fun maybe. We'll see. We gotta do it potatoes. That's the first order of business. The Fairlife milk though, I bought too much of it, but Fairlife milk is really good. I'm a rather big fan. Cooking as a Helldiver. I'm about to hang up my cape as a Helldiver soon. I usually don't use these kind of potatoes, so I have no idea how much it weighs from a glance. I'm gonna say this is in total maybe, I'm gonna guess 250 grams. And this is a backwards facing camera, so it won't show you precisely. Oh my sweet baby Jesus, I'm cooked. Okay, one of them was around 250. That was a lot more than I expected. 400 grams? I could do that if I don't do hash browns. We'll see. 11 p.m. time to watch someone cook a breakfast. I eat my breakfast late, in your defense, and my defense. Because I wake up and I have a snack, which is like 3 or 4 rice cakes. Oh, this PB Fit stuff. I keep bringing it up, but y'all might be sleeping on this here technique. You mix PB Fit, which is powdered peanut butter essentially, with milk or water or something. It's pretty dang good if you do it correctly. Sad day when Doe retires. I just don't see the point. I'll probably keep playing, but I think I'm gonna cut back on giving feedback. I think. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, PB Fit's pretty good. I had it a long time ago, years ago, and I stopped using it, and then recently someone showed me the way on a TikTok, which is why I keep saying I like TikTok. TikTok is it's a nice place. You might see things that are beneficial. I should show you guys, for insurance purposes, how I cut this. With my very not sharp knife. This is worse than those Helldivers YouTubers who drag out some Reddit posts and monitor patch to 10 minutes. A stream where we talk about health and I cook food to chill and chat, that's worse. I feel like there's more benefit being here than watching those videos, but that's just me. Now, the cutting skills, that's probably worse, for sure. But these potatoes are awkward, man. What do you want from me? Why not cover Helldivers 2? People eat that shit up? Not really. People eat up when you say positive things about the game they like. I have positive things to say, but I think that the positivity is overdone. Do like this. These are too thick, I think. Why do you have so many empty egg cartons? I don't know. I'm collecting them. Some folks collect things that have value. I collect things that are sentimental. Me and eggs go way back. Eggs got me through the struggle. Eggs kept me alive. So I figured the least I can do is keep a trophy of all the eggs I've eaten. Which, that's like not even all of them. That's just the past few months. These were way too thick. Okay, now the next batch shouldn't be as scuffed. Dough equals love eggs. I think eggs are fantastic for you, man. Actually, I know they're fantastic for you. The micronutrients in eggs, kind of crazy. They're a bit OP, rather. They're honestly above S tier. All right, so we're good on that. Now it's time to rinse them. Just dropped in, what's he making? I'm making the same thing I always make, because I am a variety enthusiast. I'm gonna do 269 grams, nice, of russet potatoes in the air fryer with probably 160 grams of hash browns. Then I'm gonna have 6 eggs, scrambled, the best way to make them, with 400 grams roughly of frozen vegetables that I'm gonna steam on the stove. That is a plan, Stan. People say it gives you too much cholesterol. It don't. A lot of the old research people have on that kind of stuff is very outdated. Like the common things you'll hear that are just essentially misinformation is that diet soda is horrible for you. It's not bad for you. Would you be a quote-unquote healthier person if you didn't drink diet soda? Maybe, but there's plenty of healthy folks that drink it and they're completely fine. The recent studies show that you can drink, if you were to drink, let's say 40 cans of diet soda a day for a prolonged period of time, then maybe you would see some not so good effects. And that's a maybe. Cholesterol, they're realizing that your body doesn't absorb anywhere near as much cholesterol as they initially thought. And people are now realizing just how important the micronutrient profile is of certain foods. Whole eggs, eating the yolk and the egg white and all that stuff together, it's amazing for you. Egg whites are the protein, the yolk has healthy fats, and tons of micronutrients that I forget the name of, but they're there. So if you can stomach eggs, I recommend eating more of them. I have 6 a day. You should do 8, but ever since I've been trying to lose weight, I cut out some eggs since they do have, I wouldn't say they're like, I'd say if you eat too many eggs, obviously it's gonna be difficult to lose the weight you wanna lose. So I think that 6 eggs for me is fine. Oh, the HOA can bite me, bro. I got an HOA, not a violation, but what does it say? Oh no, it is a violation. Trash and recycle, bins stored inappropriately. Guess where my trash can is stored to be inappropriate? Yo, chef, you have a good day too, brother. Are you going to be explaining the reasoning behind the name you chose for the stream? If folks have questions, they can ask them. But I feel like Helldivers 2 being cooked, with me cooking makes sense. Common sense will explain the stream title. We have a video game that spent 6 to 7 months making mistakes. They spent 2 months trying to fix those mistakes. And then right after that 2 months, in the fixes they had for the 2 months of trying to improve the game, they did more of the things that got them in the bad position in the first place, nerfing players, increasing limb damage taken, making it so enemies are tankier for some reason. And even after all of that, the recent war bonds, they're a bit perplexing. Constitution is a garbage weapon. There's no defense for it realistically, but players find a way. So I think that the game is pretty cooked right now. It's honestly deep fried. All right, those are dry enough. Get a bowl. And most people will recommend taking yourself some spray oil. I don't have that. Which warbond is lit for the glam divers? I think that people are too accustomed to reskins. It's kind of whack that we got 2 armors, and one of them is essentially a reskin of an armor we previously had. I don't quite like that. Because if that's the case, if the goal is just to reskin armors, why not give us a dye system for armors? Let me just dye my armor. Hell, charge me for the dyes. Make it 100 super credits to get a dye, or maybe 50. I think 50 makes more sense. And then let me recolor my armor. Give me like 3 different dye channels for them. Because that makes a lot more sense to me than just selling me reskinned armor that could be in a color that I don't really care about. Stop playing over the summer until they made these changes. Not level 10 opinion. Isn't that funny? When folks try and critique you and they're like, I made this work on level 9. Level 9? That's not level 10. What, you a scrub your first day playing? I remember my first day playing Helldivers too. I don't know. It's like if you're going to try and correct someone and use an authority idea, or if you're trying to be the authority figure on something, at least try your best to either lie or try and pick the greatest stance of authority you could find. That's just me. All right, so before I start the air fryer, let's go ahead and start the stove. I'm gonna do a higher end of the single burner. You guys have no idea how scuffed this tripod is. And then for the egg pan, I'm doing the high end of medium low. The game is so back. While yes, fair criticism is necessary for a healthy game, I feel like this is a bit too much of a cesspit of negativity. It's like the same thing I've been doing. What? Now, don't get me wrong. There's definitely a cesspool. That's one thing that I don't particularly like. Is I know that I'm negative on the game, but I do point at the things that are good too. But because I'm one of the few people that will talk about the problems in the game, I attract other folks to talk about it. So it does become like an echo chamber, which is a little unfortunate. Don't get me wrong on that. And the solution is to play other games for me. The problem is finding other games to play, because my lord, have you guys seen the games in November and December? There's maybe 3 that I'm interested in. Are you making something democratic? Are you making something democratic for free? No. I mean, maybe. How democratic are eggs, potatoes, and vegetables? I feel like steak is more democratic than that. How tall are you? My driver's license says I'm 5'11", but a measuring tape says I'm 5'10". So I kind of pick and choose. I usually say 5'10". It's pretty commie. I think kami these days is tofu. If you're a tofu enjoyer, that's like your favorite thing. I know who you're voting for. No, I'm just kidding. I keep seeing voting content, bro. Everyone's telling me to go vote. I already did. TikTok's gotta target me better. Stop giving me, go vote, go vote. Like I already did, bro. Target my microphone better while you're spying on me. Oh yeah. We have to acquire the vegetables. Boom. Boom. And the hash browns. I'm not gonna weigh the vegetables because I'm pretty good at gauging around 400 grams and they're lowish calories, so I don't really care. But I am gonna weigh the, I'm an idiot. I already have the hash browns out. These bags are slippery. We need to invest in better bags. I have feedback HEB. No, I'm just kidding. They're kind of moist. Just how it goes. Oh, Stalker 2 seems kind of interesting. That's a game that I'm looking forward to a little bit. I'm a white guy in New York. YouTube gives me, oh gosh. Sucks to suck. Wait, what am I doing? Favorite support weapon for the bugs? Right now it's grenade launcher, which is not, it's not a good thing that that's my favorite. But it's just kind of what it is right now. I'm adding a little bit of water to this pan. Just a smidge. And, I'm gonna go ahead and add the vegetables to this pan before I forget. There's a process to this to make it correct. Do you like playing against the bots? I do. Well, oh, speaking of bots, they nerfed the mission. Been using it, enjoying the arc thrower for bugs now. I've been using the arc thrower a bit. Oh, you mean autocannon? Wait, yeah, arc thrower would be like AT. I think I don't particularly like the autocannon versus the bugs anymore, just because of how many alpha commanders there are. The more of those things that spawn, the worse some weapons become, unfortunately. Or at minimum, the less enjoyable some weapons become. Brother, I had scissors and I can't find them. Found them! But did you guys know that there's a mission that they broke, which is actually a good thing? This is a case where a bug, which there's been a few cases in Helldivers 2 where bugs make the game more fun. But they broke a mission, and then it made the game more challenging, right? And we just had a weapon release that folks defended because it was more challenging. It's a challenge gun, guys. The Constitution's a challenge gun. So what do you think they do to a mission they made more difficult on accident? They nerfed the mission. Oh my gosh. So that's another thing I don't like, is the hypocrisy, which I don't think that it's like the devs, is them nerfing it's fine, but the player base, come on guys. Stop saying that things are a challenge in this game whenever the challenge keeps getting nerfed. They removed the rep mission because it was too difficult and too confusing, which was a great mission for samples. Now it's gone, unfortunately. And then they just nerfed a mission they made more challenging on accident because, oh my gosh, players don't like it. Players can't handle the challenge. So if those two things are the case, and there's more examples of that happening, how in the world can we defend a weapon being horrible in the game because it's a challenge weapon? Those two things can't exist at the same time. Nerfing challenge that's actually meaningful while adding challenge that's not meaningful at all. Arc thrower, I mean, I kind of like it versus the bugs a little bit. If it had a faster fire rate, I think I'd love it. And if you could actually, if you hit a hunter up close, which you'll hit it, but you don't kill it. It's weird. It shrugs off massive damage that would otherwise one-shot it, but if you're too close, it just ignores the weapon, which is unfortunate. It's like 220 grams of broccoli. I know that there's these little things right here. Like I could just rip this, but I don't like trusting those. TBH. Don't get the nerf as well. Oh my goodness. lack for bugs, it was fine. Against the bots, it was pure hell and I loved it. Me too, like I thought it was fun. And I said that. I think I made a video on it and I said that this is really fun. And I made another comment on a live stream. I really hope they don't nerf it. And then I thought they had nerfed it before, but they didn't. But now they have, so. Oh well. I think that Helldivers has found it's like they found a core audience. I wouldn't say it's the most ideal core audience, but they definitely found their core audience because their overall player base numbers have been rather stable. And they jump up due to various things, so that's a good thing for them. Now, it's a horrible thing for me because their core audience seems to be okay with lackluster things. All right, now we're gonna measure the hash browns. Alpha Commander's charging headless is, dude, the Alpha Commander's hitting you, like you could shoot their head off, and the second you do that, they swing on you, and they hit you for more than half your HP. That's getting a little ridiculous. And they're faster too. It's like, brother, what? I mean, the faster part I get, but them being super accurate, I don't know. A little suspicious, if you ask me. Okay. This is the last day I can use this little liner thing that I make homemade. But I'm gonna go ahead and measure this. If you buy a measuring scale, by the way, buy one that's like a solid flat top. Like this one has ridges right here. If food gets stuck down there, it's a pain to clean. So if you can get something, make it a flat top surface at minimum. All right, so I want to do 160 grams roughly of this. The number cooked hash browns are like essentially small fries. Also, the scale's not very good. It's for postage. We'll take it. Oh well. If I go over, it's fine. Because this is essentially, it's 88 grams for 85 calories or something like that. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Cake, pretty sure always. What happened? I pop alpha head and they still spawn warriors. Yeah, they spawn warriors, they can do bug breaches. It's just a little peculiar. What did Cake say? I'm scrolling up. Want to hear a kicker? Halt uses 10 gauge fleche. The break action shotgun uses 10 gauge magnum. Now besides the names, they both use 10 gauge munition. The break action shotgun deals 585 damage. In the game? Why does it feel so bad though? Oh my goodness, I'm not in the right chat. Chat, make sure you change your chat filter to all messages or live chat. YouTube is cooked. I don't know why they do this. I keep forgetting to change it. If you're in top chat, it only shows you the messages that YouTube thinks that you should see, which, why are you gonna censor? How are they gonna try and censor just having a good old time, a good old chat? That's ridiculous. Like they're trying to pre-censor the lobby. All right, this is not gonna cook well. Oh well. I need to get like a specific kind of air fryer for my needs. Because I have potatoes on top of hash browns. I'm putting this thing in there for 400 degrees, 18 minutes. We'll see. See what happens. They know I'm here. Oh, the downside of this thing? The air fryer is kind of annoying. If you're steaming vegetables, do not forget to put a lid on it, like I did. It helps the whole process, makes it better. Is this a Helldivers final meal? I mean, eventually it'll be mine. We'll see. Halt should do way more damage than even the Punisher, but everyone excuses it because apparently no one does math. Well, the thing is, I hate the math in this game because it turns into it turns into a thing that folks can use when they want and when it's beneficial, and they won't use it when it actually makes sense. That's what I dislike. I think that people are better off just playing the video game and seeing how things actually interact. How does it feel to use something? Because if I just tell you how long it takes to do something in the game, you won't really know what that means. It's just going to be numbers and time, essentially. But if you actually go use it, you can get a better feel for yourself. That's why I don't like when people crutch on spreadsheets. I don't like folks that LARP with spreadsheets. Or it's not I don't like those folks. I just don't like the things they encourage. Because then I get folks in the comment section that are like, have you seen the stats for these weapons, dude? I read the game stats. Those are the stats that I think I care about, and I've used a weapon, and I can figure out if I like it or not. I think I'll play Stalker 2. It's in like, what, 14, 16 days, something like that. But I've played many games where the folks that would read spreadsheets, A, weren't very good at the game, and B, they'd be wrong. Just because the stats look good does not mean anything, because it's all about how you can use it. It's all about actually playing the video game and seeing when it's beneficial to use a certain thing. Like in Dauntless. Realistically, this weapon is way better than that one, according to the stats. Okay, beat my time. Oh, you can't. Shocker. That kind of stuff kept happening. Why the Fetish Helldivers 2? It's a video game. I know a lot about it. $21.30 here, crazy. It is $2.30 here. I don't know how to read military time. Would it be 14? Would it be 14.30 here? Ah, I got it right. Let's go. Not bad. I discussed Helldivers 2 because I don't really play any of the games at the moment. When I play a game, I tend to play that game a lot, and I talk about it a lot. The same, like that can be seen on my channel because I played Dauntless for years. Talked about that exclusively, essentially for years. Remnant 2, Overwatch 2, Pal Worlds. If I enjoyed more games that came out around the same time as each other, I'd talk about different games more, but I don't. I feel like gaming, it's not bad right now, but there's not much soul in most games. Well, luckily in Overwatch, I didn't really see many folks do spreadsheet math. Thank gosh. What is a better angle for this? Oh my goodness, peep the angles, son. Sheesh. Looky there. You making breakfast at 2:30? Maybe. Are you not? It's almost ready, but it's not ready yet. I got water on the cabinets. It's fine. All right. These eggs are done. We have more eggs. Where are the bowls? No, I'm out of bowls. No. I gotta clean the bowl real quick. while wasting water. Remnant 2 balancing was BS, IMO. Didn't even bother with it. Oh, dude, the Remnant 2 balancing. See, the reason why I seem so negative, or I guess the reason why I am so negative, is so many games do the same thing. Remnant 2, nerf things that didn't need to be nerfed, didn't buff things that needed to be buffed, which just makes the game less fun to play, objectively. They nerfed so many things, and they buffed the things that didn't actually improve gameplay experience for, I would honestly say, normal players. Like the average everyday player did not see an improvement in enjoyment due to what they buffed in that game, which is goofy. But Dauntless did the exact same thing. They nerfed fun for no reason. They nerfed the drop rate of virulent impact to making it it's like a 1% drop chance or even lower at one point in time. And it's like, why? So the reason why I seem vindictive and angry is because games keep doing this goofy stuff. I play video games. I think when I play video games. And I get tilted that the same mistake keeps getting made. So yeah. Making lunch. This is breakfast. Or what defines breakfast? Is it the first meal of the day for you, or is it just like a time frame thing? Because restaurants would advertise you can get breakfast past lunch. So I feel like it's more complex than what we think. I think it would behoove me to mix around my potatoes. I'll go ahead and whisk this up and do that right quick. Am I out of spoons? Brother, wait. Oh, a spoon in the wrong section just saved the day. What's for breakfast? We got 6 eggs. We got 169 grams of russet potatoes chopped up with like maybe a half a gram of olive oil and 174 grams of decent macro, or I guess macro friendly hash browns with around 400 grams of vegetables. They're steaming on the stove currently. We're gonna top it all off with some salsa, maybe a pinch of salt. That's what's for food. Oh, you know a game that just got an update that's pretty busting that I couldn't do? Man, I got reached out to for sponsorship and I couldn't do it because my PC sucks. Enshrouded. They reached out to me and I don't think I responded. I should have, but if I did, I was gonna say, hey, my PC's not good. I can't even record your game. But good luck on the launch of your new update. But Enshrouded got a new update or is getting one very soon. We gotta go ahead and mix this up right quick. Bro, this is not going to turn out great. Unless it does, in which case, I'm a god. Another game got an update today, Apex Legends. In that update, I think they made a lot of strange changes. They buffed the actual mess out of Newcastle. They added more shields. The Lifeline has an ultimate that's a shield now or something. It's kind of weird, honestly. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and transfer. Rotation. We are rotating. Hey, decent angle. If it's a water droplet, we're good. Good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. See that? That's good news. The Leidenfrost effect, man. Big fan. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat down to just above low and add in my butter. Roughly 40 calories of butter. Have you ever played Deadlock though? Deadlock seems to have a really insane focus on CC. I don't like playing PvP games that focus on CC heavily. I think it removes what makes a PvP game fun in the first place, which is outskilling your opponent. There's not much to really like it's maybe like a bit more than 40 calories. What's it, like 50? But there's nothing skillful about just stunning your opponent and they can't move and you kill them. It's actually lame. Where is my spatula? Oh gosh. Found it! Yeah, CC is crowd control. So think about stuns. Think about your abilities being... Think about your... being confused. Ever had a game where you press a button and that button actually doesn't do what you're supposed to do because you're confused? So losing control of your character is essentially crowd control. Stuns, slows, sleeps, all that kind of stuff. Entanglement, rooted. The butter's not burnt, it's just brown. We have 5 minutes on the air fryer. I repeat, 5 minutes. There's some CC, but they are short and lots of counters. I don't know, brother. I've been seeing folks get CC'd to death. But even still, like the gameplay, from what I've seen and what I've played a little bit of, it does not speak to me the way I want it to. So it's a game that's not for me at the moment. I might change my mind in the future, we'll see. I'm just not really sure what kind of game I want to play aside from Monster Hunter Wilds. That's a game that I am actively waiting for the release of. Just seems so fun. Like I'm so excited to play a hunting game again, and in this case, learn one because I haven't really played Monster Hunter. I mean, I played Monster Hunter World for 400 hours, something like that, 300 hours. But Wilds, they've made the weapons seem so much more fun to play. So there's essentially 14 weapons that I can try and master. And that sounds exciting. That just seems like there's so much progression from a player's skill perspective that is just an abundance of content for someone like me. As a player and maybe even a creator, who knows? I might make content for it. Just 2 more months. In the meantime, you'll have to wrestle with the glazed divers. I'm tired of it, bro. Because I'm fighting an uphill battle. And for what? Because obviously, the lessons aren't being learned by Arrowhead. The way that they should be, at least. And the content rollout schedule has been rather lackluster recently as well. But I think that even if the new war bonds were good, I don't think that primary weapons bring that much content in most cases. Support weapons bring the most content that is engaging. Far more than any orbital or eagle can bring. I do believe that support weapons are the bread and butter. And new missions would be as well. New missions are pretty insane if you can do more than just have a main objective. If they can roll out a new missions and new objectives, that'd be pretty huge. But I think the hierarchy of new content should go, it's either going to be support weapons, new missions, new side objectives, and then enemies. Those 4 things are the most impactful in terms of replayability. They didn't stick. I mean, on the edge kinda, but that cleans off easy. Stainless steel pans, in the description, get you one today. They're from Heritage Steel. I'm a big fan. Oh, that turned down more than it should. Hello? New enemies? But like new enemies, we've gotten 5 new enemies. How impactful have they really been? Doing devious work to dispatch off screen against TOS. Couldn't show you guys. If I'm smarter, I put the butter on the sides of the pan. I'm not that smart though, unfortunate. The pan's clean. Pretty sure they nerfed instant breaker fire speed. If they did, it wouldn't be a big deal to me. I mean, it'd be goofy they did that, but what can you expect? They'd be playing a dangerous game. Bro, scrambled eggs are so freaking good. I need another bowl. I have these. I bought them myself. Big fan. They're pretty big. They can hold a lot of food. Good bowls. Let's go ahead and check on the potatoes first. Why would they stealth nerf anything? They've been doing that. Why would they not stealth nerf stuff? They can stealth nerf things, and here's the thing. If the player base likes the game, if they stealth nerf stuff, a lot of players will say it's not happening, and you're just saying things because you have no proof. Even though they've been doing that. So I think at this point, if you stealth nerf things, it's not a good look. Like, you should do your darned best. It's looking interesting. They should do their best to put whatever they change in the patch notes consistently. These are okay, I guess. The hash browns are not life-changing. They're essentially just cut up potatoes. And they don't use any oils, because if they did that, it would have a lot more calories. How do I do this? Gross. It's potatoes. How's that gross? I'm eating that. And that. Yeah, these hash browns are less appetizing than the previous ones. So maybe the play is just to do more actual potatoes and less hash browns. Not bad. How do you make potato mid? Well, you make it healthier. I'm not sure. So I'm kind of weird, and I'll eat potatoes if they're unseasoned. Like these ones currently are unseasoned. I could eat those and be happy. Some folks can't do that. Some folks need to have butter, which adds more calories. They gotta have tons of oil, which adds a lot of calories. I cook them in oil, don't get me wrong, but I don't need to have a grip of it. Where's my spatula? Found it. I'm telling you, man. If y'all have time and you don't cook, you're trolling. It's kind of relaxing to make your meals. The only issue that I find with it is time, because there are times I spend forever doing this. In fact, whenever I stream, it takes even longer. All right, I am gonna clean this dish real quick. Give you the only pans angle. Just kidding. Takes like 2 seconds to clean the pan. Oh God, it's got soap everywhere. Pan is clean. If you don't cook with stainless steel, if you've ever tried it, I recommend it. I was a Teflon one trick for a while, and then I saw the stats on stainless steel, and I said to myself, it's time to upgrade. It's time to change and flip the script. But before that, I tried cast iron. Bro, cast iron pissed me off. I feel like I was struggling to make food all the time. Nice house. It's my brother's. I rent it from him. We're supportive of those too, but both the community and the devs are making it difficult. Oh, for sure. That's how I feel. Like, I enjoy the game, and I appreciate the work the devs have done. I don't like a decent bit of the folks in the community because the community doesn't realize that they're a major part of the problem. In fact, I think the community of Helldivers 2, even though they're the reason why the game is what it is, because without them, well, if it was just me liking the game, I don't think they'd have the money to keep making content, obviously. But the community is a part of the problem. A big part of the problem. And they're getting in their own way, because you can't tell me that people don't get excited for patch notes. That's not even true. Like, people love updates. So why is it that folks love updates, but they also say that everything in the game is always fine? It's fine, guys. Just get good. Everything is fine, bro. If you complain, you're just bad. Just get good. It's all sunshine and rainbows. Same person saying that shit gets amped for new updates that have new changes to weapons, new content, so on and so forth. So I don't get that. What's the point in defending something when you're preventing yourself from getting more enjoyment out of a game that you already like playing? That's weird. You're a goofball if you do that. Stop doing that. Makes zero sense. It's a constant trend in all the games. Maybe it's just a hipster thing. Folks want to seem like they're better than they actually are by saying that things are good when they're not. Well, I can make it work. Sure you can. And define making it work. Feels like denial. It's very awkward, very strange. Welcome to breakfast. Hope you enjoy. And go camping, but also enjoy an ice cream sundae. Can go camping, but also. What does that mean? And now I move the mic. I think the tripod's a little too high still. And it can't be lowered. All I can do is move it. The camera angle feels like a dinner plate. Hey man, this is the meal. This is what we munching on right now. But you're pressing on 4 and Helldivers 2. Yeah, I just want things to be more fun. And I think the crowd that always cracks me up the most. What the heck? The saying that gets me the best is that people will never be happy. As if we're not playing a live service game that requires constant change in the first place. As if we haven't gotten stealth changes essentially every single patch, including apparently recently, even. So, I don't know. I am living in a different reality than most people, it seems like. And I'm the problem. These hash browns kind of suck. Not a fan. I think it's the way I cooked them though. The stealth nerf that maybe happened is instant breaker fire speed got reduced. Potentially. Oh, I wasn't even gonna make a video on the reprimand bloom thing, I wasn't gonna make another video on reprimand until someone mentioned it had bloom. The second I found out about that, I was a little tilted. Because they just removed the bloom, or no, they didn't even remove it. They should have though. They just decreased bloom on the stem pistol because lo and behold, it kind of sucks when you're trying to shoot someone and you can't because the game makes you miss artificially. So tell me how they do that. People didn't like it because it felt horrible to shoot, and they put bloom on an SMG to the point that you miss shots at 13 meters. They have this strange desire to enforce an ideology of how weapons should work that just doesn't make sense. It's not coherent with fun. They don't go hand in hand. That's just my 2 cents. So that definitely tilted me. I didn't like that one bit. Helldivers 2 Reddit is being spammed game of the year. I mean, I think that, no, here's the thing. Helldivers 2, I think, is game of the year. They've still made insane mistakes, but if we look at what this game has done, they were popping. They held like a 96 or 94% player retention rate for an entire month. That's crazy. They blew it right after that month ended, but still. They are still a really popular game considering it's PvE and considering it's like a smaller studio. I say small, but it's like in quotation marks because they did have like 100-something people, I believe. So I think they've done a really good job. And I think that Helldivers 2 is an amazing game for a new player. I made mistakes. These hash browns are not it. I should have known. The better the macros get sometimes, the worse the food is. Don't know if they deserve it. I think they do. Conversation about how bad the gun is, and they default, I owned you, come back, was you just want all primaries to do everything. I've made plenty of videos recently, and in the videos I have to say that I'm not saying I want primaries to do everything. I'm saying that I don't want primaries to be able to just kill everything easily. And in the comment section, you still got folks going, Doe's just a typical power hungry gamer. He wants every weapon to kill everything easily. He doesn't want any challenge. Brother, I've been advocating for them to stop removing missions that are challenging because the player base can't handle it. And they just removed another one. Or they fixed it, removing the challenge. Yeah, for me, I think the game is still fine to play. I'm enjoying it less and less because there's nothing new to really do. But I see the current direction of the game not being a good one. Even with the DSS and all that stuff. I think the DSS is going to make the game easier. Because if it just gives us really strong stratagems like orbitals, barrages, and what have you, eagles, that will just make an already easy game easier. And in a way that isn't very fun. I think that it gets boring seeing orbitals and eagles kill everything for you. That's just me. With the tank and cars, that'd be fun. You know, if we got that, folks would say the game's way too easy now. So, the devs mentioned they want to focus on difficulty. They said after the 60-day update, they'd focus on difficulty. We'll see how that turns out. Who knows? You doing okay? There's a lot of food. This is my typical breakfast. I have to eat it slow, otherwise I'll be hungry right after. This is my breakfast in a deficit. Me trying to lose weight. Is that wild? Well, if you're saying they should stop diluting the weapon pool, I have some unfortunate news. They're going to keep doing that. They have new plans. So these are leaks. I probably won't go. I won't discuss the leaks, but they have plans to add weapons with variations to them that currently already exist. And it's going to essentially just keep doing what they've been doing, which is having a upgrade system that is, and it's an upgrade system with no upgrades. You can get an improved weapon, kind of, but you just have to unlock it, and then you have two weapons that do the exact same thing, but maybe a little different in your loadout. It's like we have, what, 5 or 6 different versions of the Liberator? Ah, yes. Me about to go to sleep. I'm watching a breakfast stream before that. It's the wave. What do you think about Powell's tweet on no transmogs? If it's the one that he said he wants transmogs, if it's the one he said he wants armor to signify what your perk is, it makes no sense. The more armor we get will make it way harder to know what perk your teammate has in the first place. And the perks of your teammates don't affect you in any way, shape, or form. I think Super Helldive is pretty tedious with the same loadouts being forced upon us because of bad enemy design. I agree. Veggies for breakfast? Yeah, why not? The goal in a deficit is to try and keep yourself full. If you're eating vegetables, if you're eating the right vegetables, they are a lot of volume for not many calories. This plate's uneven. He's talking as if we have a class in the game. I mean, what else can I talk about? You can bring up whatever you want to bring up. I'll respond, probably. It doesn't have to be Helldivers 2. Why is it cooked? What? The game? The community. Helldivers 2 is cooked because of the community. Thoughts on sushi? It's pretty good. Sushi makes fish edible. Like, how is Apex dead? Oh, how Apex is dead. Apex isn't dead yet, but with the recent update, it's getting closer and closer to putting more of just its foot in the grave. They buffed Newcastle in a way that I can't even comprehend why they would do that. Newcastle was already good. Like, he was already really good, and they buffed him in a way that just makes his shield unkillable. They gave life on his shield. They doubled down on a playstyle that is not going to be very fun, I don't think. Could be wrong, but I think it's not going to be very fun. Will I try Overwatch 6v6? I might. I think that's the game I'm more inclined to try playing again. It should make the change to the planets dictate what kind of weapons you use. They should just show you the constellations. They should show you what kind of enemies you're facing. More needs to be done to differentiate armor types, as in most situations there's really no difference, and variety of perks isn't really helping in helping its case, especially no unflinching heavy armor. Unflinching heavy armor wouldn't do anything either though, because unflinching as a perk is kind of useless. The best case scenario is another dev team copies this game formula and actually makes a fun live service game. Yeah. I think the best case scenario, honestly, if the old engine is actually an issue for Helldivers 2, is that they either make the game on Unreal Engine 5 or a newer engine, or another company essentially just copies the formula, copies the strategies, and they try and make it work. Also, my mic is going to die soon. Unflinching plus one extra stem, but why not just make it so you can just choose the perks you want? You could have unflinching and 2 stems, because Medic Armor has 2 stems. Unflinching and better handling for weapons. Why not? Oh, I forgot. The reason why is because you should know what armor your teammates are wearing. As if that matters. The devs have certain ideas for the game that would make sense if they had a better structure. But them trying to enforce this class system stuff constantly makes no sense. They want you to know what kind of armor your teammates have. That doesn't change anything in the game. They want you to take loadouts that are going to be supplemental to your team's efficiency. You don't have to do that, but you can take items that help you kill everything. They just want to have all this stuff going on. Shut up, baby. You're gonna shower me in gifts now? Crispy Candle TV. How's the channel going, bud? You're getting all kinds of views? You killing it? You crushing it? Is the TV in your name advertising really well? Is it converting viewers? The armor design doesn't make sense with the armor passive a lot of times. I do want my apple tasting like bacon, might as well. Hey, some folks live for it. We got, what is it? We got chicken and waffles with bacon and syrup. I could never. But some people, they live for it. They love it. Unflinching should just be a passive that all armors have. Methinks. Okay, what else happened in the news today that's not like controversial? Are these super eggs? I mean, they're large. They're super enough. Super Earth might get They might get ostrich eggs. Oh, the Krispy Kreme TV. Darn. I should have known. I should have seen the signs. Election day. Okay, politics is... It's not even fun talking about politics. It's not fun at all. I was saying things are less controversial. When a bunch of people disappear, they will probably say it was a mass alien abduction. I don't know how to respond to that, so I'm not going to. That missing wants to tell that, because it's pretty accurate. It's also a cooking stream, so it fits. You can block all politics and other things in the settings. On Reddit, that's pretty crazy. Speaking of which, I think that YouTube does a pretty good job, because I haven't really had any crazy comments on the YouTube in a long, long time. You can eat all that? I can eat more than this. Yeah. YouTube deletes a lot of comments. It's to the point that people think that I'm deleting comments. I do not care what folks have to say. I think I've deleted maybe 4 comments in the past 5 or 6 years, something like that. Because they're saying some things that you should not be saying on the internet. Like, they're making accusations that oh, my mic turned off. Yeah. Alright. Is this audio worse or better? Because the previous one had my mic. This one, the mic turned off. They're dead. It's ass. What up, Rebby? Hey, yo. Well, first of all, be more positive, bro. Jesus. How was the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, dog? I saw you put in like 20 hours. It's worse but fine. Yeah, I'll start charging these mics more, I guess. Beta was insane. Same. It was the first time I've had a blast playing Monster Hunter games from Capcom. Because there's essentially booping from Dauntless. There's house building kind of from Wild Hearts. And there's just an overall emphasis on faster paced combat, which is all I've been wanting from a Capcom Monster Hunter game. And and I had more fun playing that even with the atrocious optimization. Like, that's a given. It felt rather bad playing it, but I still had fun. Oh, that game, it's gonna pop off something fierce. Because I think that people are getting more and more tired of the current games they've been playing. The Fortnites, the Apexes, the League of Legends. League, I think, still has a very devout player base, but I think that people are evolving as gamers, which happens with time. So what's going to happen is Monster Hunter Wilds, a whole different genre of game, is going to come out. They're going to see how many folks are having fun playing it. And I think that because of TikTok, which might get banned before it happens, because of YouTube Shorts, because of all these short form medias, I think that it'll get more exposure than ever and easily become probably their most popular title to date. At least in the hunting, at least like in their hunting genre. What did Monster Hunter improve on compared to last titles? They just made everything faster paced, essentially. You can counter attacks. More weapons have counters. So if you're attacking, you can press a button and actually block something versus having to dodge away. The bow has iframes that are good. The dual blades have iframes that are good in certain modes. And then you have the hunting horn can give your whole squad better iframes in a small area. I think it maybe has different functionality than that, but essentially they're encouraging you to actually dodge into monsters or block their attacks instead of running away like a coward. I like that. Yeah, exactly. And that is so much more fun. Because that's what made Dauntless so fun for me. Like in Dauntless, I love dodging into attacks. And Wild Hearts, I love dodging into attacks, blocking attacks. That's just infinitely more enjoyable than having to run away. Here have a fiver for the people popping and asking how the game is cooked. Yo, Ghost, more cheese for the cheese god. Thank you, bro. More like Souls? I wouldn't say like Souls, because it seems snappier than Souls. But I guess it's more like Souls. Sure. If like that's a game that you've played before that has iframes in that sense, then yeah, it's more like Souls. It's going to be a game that I think people that maybe didn't like the idea of older Monster Hunter games will love this one. And even the older folks like it too. Tell my peeps that Greatsword is basically Avenging Overdrive with this offset attack, just slower. Yeah, no, it looked kind of sick. I saw people doing the offset attack against the Ray Dow and just shoulder checking the attack itself. It looked freaking insane. If I had more time, I wanted to get better with the Greatsword, but it was a little too slow for me to try and invest the time during the beta. Another thing too, the weapons seem so cool, like all of them, that even the ones I wasn't good at and didn't feel as if I had the time to get good at during the beta, I still want to learn them when the game releases. And the most important aspect of games to me is seeing my own player progression being a possibility. In Monster Hunter World or Wilds, the possibility to progress is vast. And also the want to progress as a gamer is vast as well. That's pretty big. So I'm excited. I haven't really been this amped for a game in a long time, which is cool. Unfortunate part is it's freaking 3 to 4 months away, so that kind of sucks. But I easily saw the enjoyment factor increasing the second I played it. Like with Greatsword, and you can aim your attacks better. If you're on controller, that was apparently an issue, but mouse and keyboard felt pretty good in the beta too. I'm trying to think, like, what else have I seen to talk about right quick? That's not the election, because I've been seeing a lot of videos on the election, which is kind of annoying. That's also not Helldivers 2. Because I'll mention, I don't mind discussing Helldivers 2, but I think it makes more sense when folks ask a question and I respond versus me just like harping on it. Oh. I got some new sodas to try, brother. Pretty amped. Their diet as well. You know what's crazy? YouTube just froze my chat. I was like, well, there goes the enthusiasm. Yeah, these are diet. So this is diet. I have sugar-free 7-Up, because apparently diet and sugar-free are different. Maybe in like the sweetener they use, I don't know. But I usually one-trick 7-Up. I wanted to expand my horizons. I got Mountain Dew diet. I got Dr. Pepper diet. Because I went to a restaurant called the Brunch recently, or The Branch. Pretty freaking good. And while I was there, I downed like half a gallon of Diet Coke. Or no, Diet Dr. Pepper. Diet disintegrates DNA in the gut? I've never heard that in my life. What? What kind of fear, who are you getting that fear-mongering information from? Because that's some new age tech. Diet has more cancer-causing agents in it. Come on, y'all. Is it a study on rats? I want to know what you would change about the Halt shotgun. I don't care about the shotgun to really give a suggestion. That's the unfortunate part. Study done this spring on artificial sweeteners. By whomst? See, that's a hard question to answer. What are the games you plan to play soon besides Monster Hunter? I don't know. Dauntless. I'm playing Dauntless with their update. So there's that. I'm playing Stalker 2, methinks. And aside from that, I really haven't seen anything stick out. I might play some updates for certain games. If LEGO Fortnite gets more content, I'm playing that. LEGO Fortnite's pretty sick. Big fan. Project Zomboid. I don't know. Ooh, I'm playing Roblox tonight. How do you think Helldivers progresses forward after the Illuminate come out? Do you think new missions will carry the game from there on? Also, proper training grounds on the stations or Mars would be cool. I think that support weapons, new missions, and new side objectives are the way forward for Helldivers 2. They could even maybe make a whole new faction if they really wanted to, if the game lasts that long, but we'll see. And I would really like them to make a training grounds. It'd be way cooler if you could just spawn in a Battle Titan as like a test dummy and shoot it and see how fast it dies. Or a charger, like with weapons. It'd make it way more accessible to the average player that doesn't have like 4 hours to sit there going into a mission, leaving the mission, bringing new weapons into the mission. So that'd be cool. But yeah, I think support weapons, new stratagems in general, new missions, side objectives, and new actual eventful missions for major orders. O6 acetate. See, the unfortunate part is like, I can't read these studies on my phone right now. But all eyes knows is there's a lot of fear mongering going on about artificial sweetener, so I'm skeptical. Because almost every cooking stream I do, there's folks that come in here saying that sugar's the devil. Sugar's gonna kill you, bro. It's the worst thing ever conceived. Meanwhile, I consume a decent bit of sugar from just fruits. Hairline check. I think I need a haircut because this is like way too far forward. It makes my hairline look worse than it actually is. I think. Other studies on aspartame and artificial sweeteners since before you were born, to be fair. There have been. It is true. And even with that though, there's cases of studies on things like creatine. Get you some today using code OhDough. I get no commission, by the way. So even if you hate me, you can still use the code. It doesn't support me. But even with creatine having so much research, people still get the information wrong. They're like, creatine is a steroid. No, it's not. Creatine is going to destroy your liver. No, If your liver's already bad, maybe don't take creatine. But if you're a healthy person, creatine's fine. Especially if you only take 5 grams. Because if you eat red meat, or if you eat meat, you're getting creatine. It's just that it's hard to get 5 grams of creatine from red meat. That's like 4 pounds. Yo, take your creatine. I do it first thing in the morning, every single day. I do 1 scoop electrolytes, 2 scoops creatine. No, your body makes creatine naturally, but it doesn't make enough of it in that case. But I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is, even though your body makes creatine naturally, your brain uses creatine, your muscles use creatine, people still try and fearmonger it. Like, folks are not privy to the information that's actually being put out, and misinformation spreads like wildfire. Creatine gives you the run, whey protein. What? You're taking creatine with whey protein? Just take creatine by itself. Get micronized creatine monohydrate. That's the one. Rest in peace, Henry Cavill's Warhammer show. What happened? Is it canceled? Speaking of protein powders, I don't think I'm gonna take too many of them for the near future, and probably for a while. I don't think it's a bad idea to have protein powder as like a quick fix on protein if you need to get your macros in, you don't have much time. But before, I'd use protein every single day. And now, I don't know. I feel like I might bring it back when I'm bulking again, or if I'm doing like a lean bulk where I'm barely above maintenance. But when I'm in a deficit, I think it's better to have actual food as often as I can. Because it's a struggle to find good tasting protein powder in the first place. Do you enjoy living in Texas? Thinking about moving there for a job opportunity? Yeah, I think Texas is awesome. I got used to the weather. The hardest part about Texas was getting used to the climate because it's all humid and whatnot. Sugar raises your insulin, which is obviously related to diabetes and other illnesses. Pretty easy to see the effects of too much sugar when you start becoming pre-diabetic. Oh no, for sure. But if you're like a healthy person, you can eat a grip of fruit which has a lot of sugar in it and still be fine. I think what contributes to sugar being seen as so bad is the fact that folks have like 100 grams of it in a drink. That's not good. Like, that's where sugar becomes an issue. But like me, I probably have maybe 40 grams of sugar a day. Perfectly healthy. Maybe like 50. But I'm getting sugar from fruits for the most part that have micronutrients. They got fiber in them too. Like, they have their benefit. The folks that drink like a Starbucks, I'm not even sure what it is, like a Starbucks pumpkin spice thing, it's like 100 grams of sugar. Not ideal. If you do that every day, you're probably going to see some side effects that aren't great. And a lot of these studies, they take into account the average American, I would assume. The average American is not healthy. Well, fruits is just like fruit sugar, just like sugar is sugar. They're just measuring like what the sugar contents of the thing is. Live in Virginia, it's gonna be 80 all week, then boom, 40. That's Texas sometimes too. The weather is amazing, or it'll be like hot for a while, and then all of a sudden it's just freezing outside almost, and it's right back to being hot. It teeter-totters. Recently it hasn't been that bad, but during the summer it's weird like that. all I'll say is research that difference if you care at all. I want to research more things to have a better understanding, but what I do know is that if you eat like if you eat mostly whole foods, you can get away with a lot more than most people think. Like mostly whole foods, I eat a ton of carbs. I have like 70 grams of fat a day because I've been around the whole like food topic a lot, where folks have just constantly been saying things that make no sense. So an example of that is your body can only absorb 30 grams of protein. That was a common talking point for years, which never made any sense. Still to this day, folks believe that. I think that health is one of those things that people, like some folks have money to gain from it in the first place. And you have people that get misinformed and they just spread misinformation like wildfire. I tend not to have like a crazy stance on certain things in terms of like what folks should do. Unless it's generic stuff like eat whole foods, exercise more, that kind of thing. Because I don't read studies too much. Aside from ones on like creatine. Starches are also a big killer, which are also present in soda, diet or not. Starches. Right, I think there's a decent chance you getting misconstrued by somebody. Do you do research on PubMed, or where do you go for articles? Because I love my starches. Do you think the gaming industry has become watered down over time because of pay to play and DLC, and now it's more about quantity, not quality? Um, I think the gaming industry has been watered down because gamers accept slop. Gamers will overhype things that don't need to be overhyped to the point that those games make a lot of money and it looks great. So it's good for investors. The gamers already gave their money away and their time, and the same thing just keeps happening time after time again. Space Marine 2 is a great example of that. It wasn't that good of a game. It was nowhere near a great game. It was maybe a good game if you're a Warhammer fanboy, but if you're like a regular gamer, it was not a good game. But with the sales they made, it's a great game. So you'll see more games like it. Just avoid it. That's wise if you're trying to lose weight. Like if you avoid things that just like have tons of sugar in them, more often than not, you'll be fine. But I like cookies. My current stance is sugar isn't the enemy, carbs aren't the enemy. Like the thing that's the enemy is just being vastly overweight, being vastly underweight. Those things are objectively not good for you. But if you're eating mostly whole foods, you occasionally can have random stuff that isn't seen as that healthy. And even probably more than occasionally if you're already at like a decent health, a decent weight range, and you're also maybe somewhat active. Favorite cookie? I think chocolate chip. Genetics? Even then, I don't think it's that cut and dry. People will use genetics as an excuse. I can't lose weight because my genetics. I can't gain weight because my genetics. My fast metabolism, my slow metabolism. Nah, you can almost always. I would say you can probably always lose weight or gain weight. Folks just don't really. They don't focus on the basics, which maybe it requires more effort for them to do either or, but either way, they can make it happen if they want to. Genetics do determine certain things, though. Like if you're trying to get jacked, genetics play an insane role in that. You only realized how bad you were after gaining weight. It sneaks up on you, man. Gaining weight sneaks up on you. Being overly skinny it can sneak up on you too. Because I was in the skinny boat for a long time. I was basically anorexic for years. I kept thinking I'm eating way too much food. I'm eating so much food I can't gain weight. I wasn't eating that much food. That's the reality. A lot of green on your plate. Hey man, fiber's good for you. And veggies have a lot of volume. Folks must not have a scale or a mirror at home. They just don't want to accept the reality that maybe their actions are what caused them to be what they are today. That's the thing. And not everyone's going to weigh themselves every single day. Like recently, my mom, my dad, and my aunt have lost weight because I gave them some suggestions. Well, I gave them to my mom, and then she encouraged my dad to get rid of the chips that he was eating all the time that were just empty calories essentially. Because if you're eating chips all day, or if you're eating chips every day consistently, that's a lot of calories that don't really give you much benefit. They may taste good, but if you're taking in like 400 calories from chips, that's a lot. He stopped doing that, lost some weight because of it. And he was already drinking diet soda too, which helped. My mom just made smart choices, and my aunt has lost like 10 or 15 pounds in like a month or something like that. Just making smart choices. Yeah, you can. It's not as cut and dry. Like if you try and just avoid certain things, if you try and restrict yourself, that's how you fail. The best strategy is flexible dieting. You figure out your macros. You don't have to be super strict tracking them perfectly all the time. That's not the point. But you figure out your macros, and then from there, you just get more intuitive with how you're eating. Like flexible dieting is intuitive eating. I go to a burger restaurant, I get a big burger, I get the bun as well. The bun's probably like 200, 300 calories. The burger itself, depending on how many patties I got or how big the patties are. If it's like a pound, 80, 20 ground beef, most likely at restaurants. We'll say it's roughly 70 grams of protein. Calorie wise, probably upwards of like 700, maybe 600, something like that. But you can just ballpark that and get a decent idea of what your calories should be for the day, and you adjust the rest of the day off of that. It's ultimately processed food versus whole foods, like you said. Yeah. Like in every case, you're better off eating less processed food because if nothing else, you'll feel better. One thing that I've realized is the more I eat whole foods, the less I want and crave like candy, for instance, like Reese's and whatnot. That's just a lot of sugar. I don't really want it. If I eat it, it's not a big deal, but I don't want it. That's the thing. Like you can almost taste the sugar in certain things, and it just feels like it's not. It doesn't feel like right. And in saying that, if you do like sweet stuff, make it worth it. Like go to a fancy bakery and get some good baked goods if you want to sort of have a sweet treat, versus buying the candy that you can just reach for at a moment's notice and always have. Genetics refer to mental as well. There's some folks that have had very horrendous upbringings that have changed their mentality. I think that it's a little too easy to write things off as being genetic these days. There's cases where it makes sense and it applies, but there's also a lot of cases where it doesn't make sense. Like David Goggins, that guy weighed what, 300 pounds? And now he's a motivational guy who's in insane shape. I wouldn't call it genetics. I would just call it work ethic. Right now, weight loss tip that I stand by is using the sugar-free Jello as a way to feel more full without eating many calories. Yeah, weight loss Jello. There's like a bunch of low-calorie snacks that folks can get. My thing is, I think that people should try and eat more micronutrient dense foods if they can. Like some folks will just do egg whites and not the whole egg. Try the whole egg and adjust your calories otherwise, because that's a lot more filling than just having a bunch of egg whites. What are some light workout activities you recommend for weight loss and weight control? Walking. If you go for walks every day, you will see a change in your life. Mental clarity, you'll be losing weight, especially if you're not just eating more food to offset the walking you're doing. But at minimum, go for like a 20-minute walk a day. Ideally, you want to do 10K steps, which is roughly 3 hours of walking, or roughly 1 hour walking. Because if you do 1 hour walking at a 3 mile pace, that's 3 miles, and that's roughly 9,400 steps. But walking is all you really have to do if you want. I do cardio at the gym when I'm done working out for like 40 minutes, and then I do a 1 hour walk every day. And another thing, park further away from restaurants, the grocery store. Just like take the further parking spot to walk. Why not? It'll save you the hassle of trying to find a parking spot close. You'll have less people park near you, unless they're the weirdos that have to park next to you, even though you chose to park in Narnia. It's essentially just changing your mindset around being active. Like, don't worry about trying to be the closest and most time efficient in certain aspects. Be okay with walking more often. If you're waiting for something, instead of just sitting there doing nothing, you could walk around. Even in circles. Who cares? Am I single? Hell yeah, bro. You suggest that folks call you dumb? Who's calling you dumb for that? Those people aren't real. Those are AI fish farm people. Why is Helldivers cooked? The player base. That's the only answer you need. The player base is absolutely deep fried. Oh, eating slower can help you feel fuller, by the way. So if you do live with somebody, you can eat while talking to them versus eating in silence. Because this right here, I'm eating way slower than normal, and it helps a little bit. Like a gamer's guide to diet, exercise, and live stream. OhDough's slice of live stream. OhDough's slice of life. I do want to make a video talking about calories. You always park further away, more spots and less to be people to interact with, plus walking. Yeah, the walking part, there's less chance folks park near you, which makes it easier for you to leave, which is awesome. It's just that's the meta. if you park close, chances are other folks are trying to get the same parking spot, so it makes it harder to leave too. I ever thought about doing and playing, or ever thought about playing or streaming horror games? No. I'm a little scaredy cat. I get jump scared by anything. And if like a game is actually scary, I won't be able to move around my own house. That doesn't sound fun for me. Maybe fun for the viewers. Not for me. Have you worked at a Costco in the meat department specifically? No. It's a very specific question, by the way. If folks keep popping by to ask if Helldivers is cooked, I'll drop in a $5. It's unfortunate that folks can't recognize that the game is in a better spot right now, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. They can't see that. I was making scrambled eggs and put salt on it, even though the butter had salt already uncooked. Eggs already have like a savory flavor to them for me. So if I use butter, that's usually all I need. I think my butter also has salt in it as well. Enjoy your cracked out eggs though. But why assuming fibers in the morning? You need energy from fat and protein during the day to keep you in strength. You need carbs. Vegetables have carbs. And so do fruits. But I have carbs from the vegetables, carbs from potatoes. I got the fats from the eggs, protein from the eggs. And there's a couple proteins in the potatoes and vegetables, but I don't know if they're complete proteins, so it's not as important to me. So I got called into the other room. You asked me about my sources. I don't really look at medical journals or specific doctors, nutritionists. I look at the data based on patients developing. What do I mean? Patients. A source that I'm trying to get more involved with is PubMed. I think .org or something like that, or .med. Wait, no, Pub. It's some kind of website. I just type it in Google. They auto-complete it for me because I don't know what I'm doing. But that's what I go to for my creatine sources. Peanut butter and eggs? You're disgusting. Probably an awesome person, but that taste is ridiculous. Together? If you meant together, you're disgusting. If not, we cool. Diabetes is as for starches. Starches get converted into sugars in the body, so eating sugary drinks with a lot of sugar already, the starches just add more to that pile of sugar. For diabetes. Trying to restock this fridge. What happened to adding vehicles in Helldivers 2? They're probably working on it, I guess. Starches added to sugars. So do you avoid potatoes? Because you're not living life, man. I would not function without potatoes. I'm gonna show you how I restock my sodas. Jesus. think I want to have 7-Up. Oh, wait, I think my car is still open. 1 second. There's a lot of trash in there. I'm not showing you that room. There's a lot of recycling. What about the dosage? Peep it. We got more sodas. Eat potatoes, but I don't drink a lot of soda with my potatoes. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I only have like 4 cans of diet soda a day. I keep it pretty minimal, pretty tame. I do though, sometimes. You tried potatoes and eggs for a whole 2 weeks, you couldn't do it? What do you mean? You couldn't have the most standard breakfast ever? See, I think your problem is your pan. Get a heritage pan today. Link down below. Use my link. That's bait? It's not bait, brother. I gotta show you. I can't show you. It's like my recycling is the way it's set up. There's like a bunch of stuff in there. I drink at least 3 a day. Minimum 2 a day. Maximum like 5. It's mostly water. 4 cans is wicked. I'll be fine. I try and only do 3 a day. Yeah, this top shelf could break. Not looking too confident on that one. I tried carnivore for a month, and by the end, I wasn't even craving sweets. I was craving fruits and veggies. Carnivore requires a stronger man than me. You're young, you're fine. I think there's plenty of old folks that drink a lot of diet soda, and they are potentially fine too. Now, I'm not saying that artificial sweetener has no side effects, but I gotta see some more rats die to be more scared. Yeah, I think so too. I think that diets that limit you to one food group kind of scuffs. Like, I'm all for trying it if you want though. Like, go nuts. But I would never. I would never do carnivore personally, unless I had an autoimmune disease and I had to figure out what I'm eating that makes me feel bad. That's a case where I'd probably do a carnivore diet. So carnivore diet works as an elimination diet. Is BO6 good? It's all right. If you love zombies, it's pretty good. If you like multiplayer, interesting. But the new COD is like a better COD than they usually make, which isn't saying a whole lot, but there's that. Wait, maybe I can show you. You got cheese? No, I'm lactose intolerant. Okay, yesterday I had 2 of these. Like I said. I think maybe even 3. I just forget. We can't be friends anymore? Do you like the new Black Ops 6? Like, I don't mind if you like it, but let's be honest. It's not, like, Black Ops 6 or Call of Duty, they're not really changing lives out here. Wow, 7-Up, we found the one 7-Up drinker. If 7-Up closed down tomorrow, there'd be one guy upset. It'd be me. Or you mean being lactose intolerant? You're gonna use my disability against me? That's tragic. Which Yao anime should I watch? I don't even know what that is. You should have asked me like a different thing. Yaoi. Cut alcohol from my life after I realized it seems to make my joints ache. People need to have more self-reflection like that. Because there's a lot of foods that folks consume that make them feel terrible and they don't even realize it. That's where genetics plays a role. That's where you personally becomes a factor. I'd stay shitting my pants if I was lactose. I had a protein shake before going for a walk one time, and I was 20 minutes away from the house, and I was struggling, son. I was in the trenches. It was dark outside, so my neighbors didn't see me walking weird, but I was walking weird. It was fucked up, too. Not a fan. Maybe that's why I don't like protein powder that much anymore. Drink a whole gallon of milk every week. See, I can do lactose-free milk, which thank the Lord that Fairlife exists. They may beat their cows, but it beats shit in my pants. Those cows have to suffer so I can live. It is what it is, bro. Now, hopefully they don't beat their cows, but their chocolate milk busts. It pretty good. Big fan. Big fan indeed. You got a debuff? Nah, the debuff, it was bad in school because I didn't know I was lactose intolerant, so I kept drinking the school chocolate milk. Don't do that. If you drink chocolate milk in school and it makes you feel weird, you get bubble guts, stop drinking it. Learn. Faster than I did. Drank that stuff for years and kept wondering why I felt terrible. Shocker. Keep the content though, love the breakfast streams, and you just be chilling. Yeah, Leno, thanks to the 10. I'm glad that folks enjoy it. I think it's a chill time. Those school milk cartons are like 50% fat. That's probably why it was worse than normal too. But I think that I learned I was lactose intolerant when I was about 15 or maybe 12. So it was a while. It was a while getting rolled by school milk. No, I think, yeah, 14 for sure. My school switched to pet milk. What the? Oh, school has always been against me. When I was in 5th grade, they gave me drugs. When I was older, they tried to hold me back, which wasn't my fault. They were like, you don't have a certain elective or a certain class from school. Lo and behold, the curriculum at my old state didn't do that. So they tried to put me in like special classes, which kind of pissed me off. They made me go to school on like a Saturday for a little bit. It wasn't even my fault. Like it wasn't like I wasn't smart or nothing. It was like I didn't have a class. And I was a senior and they put me in chemistry because I didn't take chemistry in New Mexico. It wasn't my fault. Like I did everything I had to in school. I had good grades, but at every turn they kept trying to mess with me. So school has always been against me. That's why I don't like spreadsheet nerds and games. They remind me of school. My cow stopped giving milk and I sold it. Now I drink whiskey. Fair enough. Get a whiskey cow. Oh. Stay mad at my spreadsheets, bitch. Are you a spreadsheet nerd? Say it ain't so, Revy. I mean, okay, folks that use spreadsheets, it's fine. I think that folks that use spreadsheets as like their end-all be-all for everything in a game, I don't know, man. You work for Grand Blue? See, I'm not sure how it works in Grand Blue, so maybe it makes sense. But like, spreadsheets and Dauntless never made sense because folks should always give you like the hypothetical best case scenario that no one could ever fulfill because they weren't perfect players. All right, here's the truth on sponsorships, folks. You get sponsored by things you don't use. These are all full. G Fuel reached out to me when I was a Remnant 2 content creator, and they were like, we want to work with you. And I said, free money. I'm excited. It's G Fuel. Folks take it. Folks love it. Whatever. Now, I'm glad I didn't actually get the full sponsorship. They didn't actually pay me. They just sent me free stuff, I guess. Are those expired now? Not yet. We have until 6/25. That's backwards for you, probably. We have until 6/25. But I think that my constant inability to secure sponsors for things that I shouldn't be taking from like a moral standpoint kind of makes me want to not take any like things that I don't truly believe in the future. But if rents do, kind of bust out the Raid Shadow Legends, folks. Show your stairs real quick. I don't have stairs. You trying to figure out where I live? Was that incriminating information? Well, see, I'll do Raid. I think that I'll do Raid. I'll do Warships. I'll do those games because why not? Things that I don't want to do necessarily would be like G Fuel, Gamer Subs, because I don't believe in gamers taking caffeine to play video games all day. I don't think y'all need it. I don't take caffeine. I think you can manage. Yo, for last month, you love Racial Legends? I don't. They keep ghosting me. They'll hit me up and they'll say, hey, we want to do a campaign. What are your rates? I'm like, money. Where the magnesium sponsorship? It's not a sponsorship, but I take it still. I buy it myself. These days, I do like things on TikTok where I get like probably no money from it, but I get free products. But I only do it for things I actually want to take. So like I've done it once now, where Echo Vision sent me some free electrolytes, which I'd already bought previously. Your other boys at the protein place keep ghosting me. Ghosting you how? For sponsorship? I think that I don't know if they're going to sponsor people because they do TikTok shop ads where folks make free advertisement just like willy-nilly. So Echovision doesn't feel inclined to pay people because why would they? They'll pay you if you bring enough money to the table, and they'll do that as like a athlete thing. No, they just keep never having the shit I want. Yeah, that sucks. What do you want to get, by the way? Out of curiosity, because I don't want you to get things that might be not the greatest. Here are 2 more fibers for cooking them glazers. Yo, go. Thanks to Tim, brother. Appreciate you. No offense, but why you kind of look like Ed Sheeran, the music dude? I don't. I maybe look like Andrew Robertson, but Ed Sheeran, he's like a chipmunk. Not for sponsors. They just I read it twice. Goat. Yeah, Ed Sheeran is not. That's not me. I've been told I look like, who was it? It was Andrew Robertson from the soccer team. That's a reach. Google that, man. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa is probably closer to Ed Sheeran. That's how much of a reach that was. Ed Sheeran collab win. I remember, that reminds me, when I was making TikToks pretty consistently, I would bitch and moan about Widowmaker and Overwatch to the point that there was folks that were pretty famous on TikTok responding going, I love Widowmaker. She's fine. And I was like, man, I think I'm burning bridges here by complaining about video games. She's fine, they right. Oh, speaking of fine, Call of Duty made a new. They have new Gooner cards. They made some new calling cards that are absolutely for the gooners. It's just 2 or 3 very hot looking like anime characters just all posted up, you know, chest popping out, all kinds of stuff. It's like the Gooner, it's like Gooner Call of Duty, Gooner Ops 6. They know it sells. They saw the first Defiant, they saw the first Descendants, and said to themselves, they're making Gooner characters, we gotta outdo them. Widowmaker being able to one-shot half of the heroes is crazy, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. I had to quit playing that game. They kept pissing me off. A sick kitchen. It's pretty nice. It's my brother's house. I like to keep my insect killer next to my face spray that I don't even use, but I take my skincare seriously. If I mess up and got the wrong one, oh well. Too much of a good thing's a bad thing, they say. No, but I stay keeping that freaking wasp spray on me outside because these wasps want the smoke. I'd be like, so one time they were posted up above the ceiling. Like I opened the little freaking the patio doors. I walk outside, top right, whole hornet nest. They're just chilling. So I gotta bust out. I gotta like peek the corner, and I think I sprayed myself a little bit because like the wind got me, but I destroyed a whole colony. You got mega mosquitoes out in Texas? I hope. Oh, I do. I'm not sure if they're mega mosquitoes, but these things are genetically modified. They're massive. I've been killing some prehistoric sized bugs in the past year. I killed a roach and I recorded it too. It was in my bathtub. I don't use that bathtub anymore. It's his now. It's his spirits. Like the roach's ghost has property of that bathtub. It's his. Man's playing Monster Hunter real life. Brother, that's what I'm saying. Why we got the monsters in my house? I also had to kill a snake recently. I was walking. I was going for my nightly walks, which I'm about to go on Glock walks. I need a freaking gun. Because the wildlife where I walk, they get in a little bold. But there's a snake. It's really small. It's a small snake. I felt kind of bad killing it because I killed it with my water bottle. I hit him with some like horror movie type shit. The bottom of this water bottle, I just sat there, put it on its head. And I was like, that's like I was making cookies. It was on the sidewalk though. And I figured I should probably take it out back, so I did. Did you get any good loot from the Monster Hunter? Some of the monsters in your house? No. No wyvern scales, nothing like that. That's evil. I don't know why I did it, and afterwards I felt terrible, but I was like, I feel like killing it makes sense. If it grows up, it could eat someone's dog. And I feel like a snake life for a dog life. I'm taking the snake life. Or I'm ending the snake life. That's why you don't deserve guns? I mean, I wouldn't use the gun on it. Like, the snake was really small. I wouldn't use the gun on that thing. Wasn't a small one? What do you think the small one's going to become? Because I think it was a baby snake. And I don't know snake etymology, so I'm not sure if it'd be like a king cobra. It could be like a, whatever else it could be. Like a, snakes have some crazy names that are wild. But it's like spiders. I don't always kill spiders, but if I see a spider that's like really big, they get in smoke. They die. Should make a snake belt. It wasn't big enough for that. Return in a few years and give you the gift of friendship in spirit. Roach Ghost does go pretty hard. It was a giant roach. It was such a big roach that I had to sit there and I had my shoe off in my hand. I'm just like probably 7 times over because I was afraid that it would probably grab the slipper and retaliate. Bro's close to having the Asmund Gold house. No, I am not. You take that back right now. What kind of homeowner, what kind of home renter doesn't have a squirrel trap with marshmallows on your counter? What is this? Didn't dox myself. Let's go. If you don't just stay equipped with a squirrel trap on your counter, what are you doing? Like, how do you plan to live your life and be a productive member of society? You obviously don't have any plans. I have big plans. That bitch is gonna be in your toilet bowl when you're sitting down, bro. Don't even say those things. The biggest fear I have is that, like, just having a bug in the bowl when you're at your most vulnerable, or having bugs in your bed. It's not okay. Those two situations can't ever happen. Those two things could never happen to me. I've heard horror stories of my parents growing up and either their siblings or them waking up with roaches in their mouth. They didn't live. My mom for sure didn't have the best upbringing. The best upbringing. She grew up pretty poor. Snake in the toilet bowl would mortify. Oh, it'd be over. I was thinking like, what else? What kind of bugs? Like a spider. A spider would just freak me out, just knowing it's in there. What's a gnat? The G is silent. Oh. I'm not trying to get got by a gnat either. There's few things that are more annoying than having flies in your house, by the way. That's why I have like 3 of those sticky traps. They be killing flies. So I barely ever have to deal with it. And I keep my house rather clean. I try and do my dishes. I try and keep food out of the sink. It's tarantulas. I'm fine with spiders in certain locations. If there's a spider in my bathroom and it's like in the bathtub, cool. If it starts moving around the bathtub, I'm like, okay, we're getting a little bold here. If I see it move positions out of the bathtub, I'm like, yep, it's time to die. You couldn't stay in your home. You set the spiders outside. What do you mean by that? Like with your hands or like a cup and plate? Until they start disobeying me, that's how I feel. HeyDough, hi from France. Love your Helldivers 2 content. Thanks for watching it. I think my path forward for Helldivers 2 is to just do more like shenanigan content. And that's about it, methinks. Because I'm getting bored of even testing weapons, honestly. Like it gets kind of lame testing it versus like every little monster because we don't have a testing range. Depends on how big it is. The big spiders are fast. I don't remember any huge spiders where I live. Or no, there are some massive spiders. There's giant spiders in my walk too. My walk is dangerous. I'm realizing that now. There's a chance I go walking and I don't come back, and it wasn't a person that took me out. It was a wildlife. Near a creek, they get pretty big. The place that I walk near has sitting water because there's 2 neighborhoods. I live in the poorer neighborhood. It's not like a poor neighborhood, but like compared to the other neighborhood I walk to, it's pretty fancy, or mine's pretty poor. So I walk in their neighborhood because they have better sidewalks and they have more good scenery. They got trees, they got green grass. I like walking in the rich neighborhood. But in doing that, they also got like a bunch of wildlife. They've got a bunch of mice everywhere, some snakes, spiders, all kinds of stuff. Are you always cooking now, or do you also play? I play. I'll be playing Roblox tonight. I'll be paying taxes on their sidewalk, so my... Oh, you are paying taxes? Amen. No one's had a problem yet. The cool thing, though, is that that neighborhood has a gym. The lame part is it's a CrossFit gym. Like, what the fuck? Bro, I think that all neighborhoods that have an HOA especially, they should get a nice gym. You should have like a decent gym, I guess. A couple of treadmills, maybe a couple like ellipticals, bikes and whatnot. Gym equipment, some machines, free weights. Yeah, like a gym that you could go to and be like, I can get a decent lift in here. Better than at home for the average person. Is Roblox actually sick or is it a TikTok game? I'm playing Helldivers 2 on Roblox tonight. We're playing a game called Dark Divers. I'd have very low expectations. But Roblox is pretty sick apparently. Like there's a bunch of stuff they got going on. They have like a zombies Roblox thing. It's just creator made stuff. But I've seen some pretty impressive stuff from Roblox in some cases. Is he high right now? No. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Why'd it be high? Do I look high to you? Why'd it be high? What? I'm just an easygoing guy. Alcohol does taste bad. I agree with that. I don't drink for personal reasons, and I don't get anything from it either. Doe has RBF. How do you go from me being high to also having RBF? What? Also, that's not even bitch face. That's bitch face. This is like, I purposely try and have a half smile so I don't have RBF, I'll have you know. Disrespectful. There's a pet gambling RNG game with like 250K players prob right now, just brain rot, but some actual good games. Yeah, there's definitely some brain rot. You can't escape that these days. He's aware. Resting happy face, something like that. You embrace your RBF. I try not to have RBF because if I end up getting like jacked and I'm jacked and have RBF, I won't be approachable. So I walk around like this. Neutral, right? That neutral smile versus which one seems more welcoming to people? Like which one you're like, that guy seems like he might have a good conversation. It's the half smile. Then pearly whites. This lighting is orange. Because I'm actually whiter than this. That's actually pretty white, goddamn. I don't whiten my teeth though. I do brush them. Hey ladies. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and walk around like this. I ain't doing that. I think a half smile is all you get. If you say like, hey sir, I'm like, what's that? What you want, man? Hit him one of those. That's fair. Yeah, I'm not like that. Like if someone asks me a question, I think I try and like eyebrows raised and just more kind. But if nothing's happening, you get in that. I should walk around like that from now on. Yeah. What are you benching these days? I do dumbbells. 70 pounds for like 5 reps at the moment. For like 2 sets. I was doing more on incline, but now I'm going back to flat bench, just trying to improve that. Yo, the OhDough, great to see you're still active. Keep up the good work. Yo, Karika, thank you. Hey girl, What's your gamer tag? Is it fine? God, seeing OhDough IRL would be more scary than seeing a giant spider. I think I've only been noticed once in real life so far. It was at a place called Willie's. It's not a gay bar. It's a burger joint. Well, it's actually it's like a mom and pop, or it's a restaurant of sorts. It's pretty good food. A spider, dude. A spider blends with my shirt and the cabinet. GG. Socks or without socks? Most of the time, I think with socks. Without socks means you have to clip your toenails more. But on another note, I keep my socks on throughout the house. I keep my shoes on too. But I usually keep my socks on. Just like walking around the casa. It's a very straight bar. It's just a restaurant called Willie's. What up, Cole? What up, Colin? Colin? Do I see the socks on? No. Socks are off. Oh no, there's some dirty ass floors. That is true. That is facts. When my nieces and my niece and nephews come over, they be having not great looking feet afterwards. And I feel bad. To the point that this weekend they're coming back over and my mom's bringing like a mop to help me. Because I don't have a good mop here. And the mop I want to get, Aspen Gold looking house, shut the... That's the second time I've read that comment. Show the floor. The floor is fine. The floor is fine. See? The floor is good. There's nothing on the floor. There's nothing on the floor, man. It's fine. I got a mop. I know that. Looks scuffed to me. What do you even know about flooring, my guy? That part of the floor is good. The floor... It's the design of the thing. The floor is fine. Why am y'all gotta stop saying my house looks like Aspen Gold's. That's very disrespectful. I spent a lot of time, a whole 20 minutes trying to clean my house up recently. And all that work is going unnoticed. What's the point in even trying anymore? Bro, I go down enough on Dauntless to know what the floors should be looking like. No, we know what the structural integrity of the foundation looks like. We've never been on the ground floor, Revy. We've always been below the ground floor. I know your roots. I was there too. I'm not gonna slip. No. I got good traction. There's enough dirt on the floor to keep me having traction. There's like a decent, enough dirt to keep traction, but not too much dirt you slip. It's called that yin and yang. You know what I mean? Where's the DP cans out? They're in the fridge. I got Mountain Dew right here. But I think that the shelf for my sodas might break, so I can't add these to it. This is tile. This is not real wood. I think it's actually laminate flooring. I could be wrong, though. You got a long-ass hallway you can slide on your socks with, and you stay wearing shoes. Yeah. With shoes, I can run better. I can outrun the demons when I'm turning off lights. And I can run to get sodas faster. To not waste my precious gaming time. Run from the roaches? You never know. Them roaches, they be studying track and field because their speed has only increased with time. Do you have Croc shoes? Yeah. I don't wear them very often, though. The Crocs I have the inner lining, which is, like, nice. But I wear my barefoot shoes now. I don't have a Roomba now. I saw a video going over Roombas and the fancy ones, but I don't have one. These are my barefoot shoes. Ew. Maybe the floor is dirty. Bruh. It could be from anywhere. The crumbs in my shoe could be from anywhere. I went to the gym today. Maybe there's some folks snacking outside, getting their quick carbs in. Like your walk? Exactly. Maybe there's people feeding the wildlife outside. Maybe there's some goblins in my house that keep feeding the roaches. They're plotting against me. And then you track that shit into your house. I know. People recommend that you don't. People recommend that you take your shoes off when you enter the house. That's smart. I probably should start doing that. So like what happened was, I was messing with this, right? I only undid the top one, but for some reason this house is crooked or something, so the bottom one went undone as well. Nothing broke. Wanna know why? These were probably made in America. Let me see. Not made in America, never mind. Not even a dent in these cans. Nice. You dropped basic loot. Ooh, this one almost broke. See that? Close, but not close enough. Open it, pussy. It was open. It opened by itself. Oh, I'd be so pissed if I didn't freaking fix this. I think the only thing I've spilt recently was an egg. I'm not even sure how it happened either, but my brain turned off when I was cracking eggs. Let the roaches take a sip of your Mountain Dew. I could conduct my own studies on diet soda and its effect on people by testing it on roaches. As you can see here, this roach is not taking too kindly to Mountain Dew of the diet variety. But the second I bust out the 7-Up, okay, he seems to have a blast. We're seeing some definite increase in mood from the 7-Up drinking roaches. Of the diet variety, of course, okay? This one also was getting kind of... that'd been a bad day. How much gameplay time you got in Helldivers 2? Probably like 400 hours. Overall time is 1,200 hours, but actual time in missions is like maybe 400, maybe 500. I forget. Literally 7-Up propaganda. Do you not like 7-Up? It's pretty good. I don't think my store has any diet or zero sugar Sprite, so I just get 7-Up. Because they have diet 7-Up. OhDough's next merch, Ghost Roach. I mean, technically Wilbur is a ghost roach, or he's a roach. I had ideas. 7-Up was low-key ass, but I don't knock you for liking it. The diet isn't even bad. And I'm taking what I can get. What's that hairline looking like? Why is everyone questioning my hairline? I feel like it's normal. Listen, I need a haircut. This is a lot of hair. So I think that my hairline is being scuffed because I have all these like little small strangles that are growing. I don't know. I can never tell. If my hairline's chalked, oh well, coping, this fucking guy. Show the other side, it's the same thing. I think the hairline's fine. The hairline is holding in for now. You've got time. That doesn't sound great. Because the hairline problem that my family has is a bald on the top, but I got some thick hair, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I hope. Dough, your crown is also has less density. Huh? This is pretty dense. We'll see the wires. Jesus. Helen's definitely holding S a little bit. Holding S. What terminology is this? Looks good though. I think it's holding in there. Oh, you mean like? I'm confused. Crown your back hair? That's because I need a haircut. Like this? I need a haircut. Oh, holding us on the key, motherfucker. My hair is not backpedaling. Oh, Revy, you want to play Super Vive on the 20th? I'm gonna go back in there, man. That game's getting like a lot of hype. Folks are amped about it. And I think it improved a little bit last time that we played. Do we like that game? We don't dislike that game. And these days, that's good. It's good enough. Not to mention, I looked at November games releasing and nothing seemed that crazy. So, Super Vive is looking a lot better than nothing. Is it though? The bar's on the floor. Yeah. Red Dead Redemption. I gotta play new games. When you're a creator who doesn't really have like a variety, like if you're not known for variety, you can't just play whatever you want to. You gotta play things that have popularity. Yeah, it wasn't a bad time. I think that it'll be more fun. I think the best time to play it is gonna be the 20th, because that's gonna be the open beta. Open beta, most players trying it out, new people, we can dunk on new people. Let's go. So that will be like the most fun you could possibly have playing the game, I think. Because when we were playing, we were going against folks that were pretty good, pretty often, when we both had no idea what's happening. Lethal Company. I actually enjoyed playing with Lethal Company recently. It was fun. I think that game would be really fun with at least 8 people, though. 4 is not enough. Yeah, I don't count remasters as launches either. They're not new games. In fact, I don't particularly love the idea of remastering games that aren't even that old. Like if you remaster Bloodborne, that's one thing. If you remaster Bloodborne and put it on PC, that'd be awesome. But remastering certain games that are like maybe 4 years old makes no sense. Like what is it? Horizon Zero Dawn remastered? My guy, it just came out. Don't got a list of games I'm excited for anymore. I don't either. Helldivers 2 was that game, and honestly, Space Marine 2 could have been really fun to play, but they dropped the ball something fierce, which sucks. Because I was looking forward to playing Space Marine 2 for a bit. If that game didn't flop, that'd have been pretty good content. Like if Space Marine 2 actually had build diversity, content, awesome. But it didn't have any content. It didn't have any build diversity. Gears of War and Fable. Fable is a game I've heard of. Might be kind of cool. At this point, I feel like indie games are the things that are holding it down the most for me. Because most nostalgic games, I don't really have nostalgia for. Ever done playing with viewer stream for Helldivers, doing goofy builds like all lasers, all flamethrowers, all electric? It's what I started doing with my friends and had fun. I have. We did airburst only. We've done laser cannon only. It's all right. Original Fable is okay. You like Fable 2 the best. Is Fable getting a remake? You have high hope for Little Nightmare 3. I think that it'll be good, but I'm looking for games that have more longevity. Because I'll probably play I will probably play Little Nightmares 3. But from like a content creator standpoint, and even like a gaming standpoint, it's not gonna be like a longevity thing for that game. Which is not, like, it doesn't have to be, I'm just saying. But it does look pretty good. And Little Nightmare games have been good for a while. Also, Revy, when can I send you a coin? You absolute muppet. They're chilling here. How do you think they can fix the heavy SMG? Remove bloom. If you remove bloom, it's better. But like, you make reload faster. You got them made? I've had them, yeah. I told you I'd send you one. And I figured out you can, dude, I figured out some sick stuff about mailing these coins. So ignore the extra bus sticker, but I have non-machinable sticker, extra ounce, ignore this one, or one of these, and then I can ship it anywhere in the US, and I have a different sticker to ship anywhere in the world, or to ship globally. They can go to UK, they can go to Canada, they can go to Switzerland. It's lit, brother. So it turns out that coins are the meta for me because they're easy to ship. Big fan. What shows do I watch? At the moment, nothing. I probably should watch shows. I might be happier if I did that. Take my mind off all the things I do. Because right now, I wake up. So I wake up, eat my pre-workout snack, go to the gym, do some cardio at the gym, go home, make breakfast, work on content. Then I go for a walk before stream, and go to bed. And repeat the process while eating dinner and lunch in there somewhere. Lat spread. You can't see it, but it's there. Right now, I don't really have all that much muscle. I'm trying to get lean first, which I'm still building muscle while getting lean. But once I'm back in my maintenance phase, like a slight bulk, I'm gonna be a beefcake. Beefcake! Yeah, Penguin looked good. Dexter's a good show. Amazon Prime has some good shows still. I might watch the 4th season of The Boys. Which services do I have for streaming? Me personally, I have Amazon Prime. That's it. My parents have Netflix though. What's your opinion on furries? I feel like it seems like a pain to wear that suit and to get wild about it. Like, I feel like, wait, why do you have a furry icon? Why are you asking me that question? Thoughts on furries? I feel like, I don't know. I don't think about furries, so I don't really have too many opinions on it. Zeekers carries the community of furries. HMG would be better if it had 55 durable damage like before and also reduced recoil intensity. Needs more ammunition. I like how that furry question's derailed. Favorite Helldivers content creator? I know you do other stuff too, and I like that. I love your Helldivers videos. Thanks for watching them. Have you ever heard of a game called The City Skylines? Nope. Other than those, I don't remember anything particularly good. On Amazon Prime, I think what else is there? Oh, Vox Machinima. Isn't that on Netflix though? Amazon was supposed to get the Henry Cavill Warhammer show, I believe. Isn't Fallout? Wait. Isn't Fallout Amazon Prime too? And I heard the Fallout show was amazing. ETA, 21 days to PC building stream. Yeah, I need one, man. I had to essentially forego a possible sponsorship because I couldn't play a game because my PC wasn't good enough. That kind of sucks. And I think that having a better PC increases the viewing experience. It increases my ability to make content. I can make it faster. My PC did not handle Monster Hunter Wilds. It did not handle it well at all. In fact, I want to make a video titled Monster Hunter Wilds versus my PC. Because there were some moments that were not very great. Which I don't blame the game. I think my PC is pretty old. Yeah, water was optional in Wilds. Essentially, anytime I was next to water, it would just phase in and out of existence. If I looked towards too much water and too much open area, the frames would get deleted. Be funny video if the commentary is there and funny. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at talking during those kinds of moments. It's like weird. Like when you're playing a game and streaming a game, you might not notice how much you don't talk, like in my case. And then there are times where I do talk and I'm like actively focusing on it, and it's a lot more enjoyable as like a viewing experience. Hello, I can't speak English. Try your best. Google Translate will be your savior. What PC specs do you have currently? 2080 Ti with a Ryzen 9 50X CPU. It gets the job done, but when it comes to trying to stream and record gameplay, not ideal. Love your vids. I think I found you during the Dauntless days. Best takes I hear about the games you play. You be spitting on your Helldivers vids. Amen. But the thing is, being the arbiter of truth or the arbiter of common sense in games is not wise. Unless you, I guess, if you do it smarter than I do it, you'll make more money from it. But all I'm doing is sort of putting a target on my back, unfortunately. Because even now, you have folks that will defend the people that spread lies and misinformation for profit. Oh well. Have you considered getting a low taper fade? Last I checked, my name's Hunter and not Ninja or Tyler. It's not my haircut. What even is a low taper fade? I usually get like a buzz cut, kind of. I get a 2 on top and a 1 on the side, or like a 1 on the sides. Or I do scissors on top and a 2 on the sides. How I used to cut my hair. Oh. Word. I do need a haircut. Get a skullet. I'm gonna pass on that one, brother. Why not join the long hair gang? Long hair seems like a hassle. Just like having any facial hair seems like a hassle. I want to shave this. Bro's so old he doesn't know what a low taper fade is. Low taper fade came out, or it became a meme. It's always been a thing, probably. But the meme happened when I was still alive, son. Found you when they nerfed the railgun. I was level 9 at the time and knew it was the wrong choice Arrowhead could make. Yeah, they're... What about a bowl haircut? Bowl haircut at 1 million subscribers. Have you ever heard or played Warframe? Yeah, it's not for me. I think I played Warframe for like either 4 hours. It was like maybe for 40 minutes, and I realized it wasn't my kind of game. There's a few games like that. You can just play, experience the gameplay, and you're like, you know what? I don't see myself really engaging with the gameplay loop that much. But recently, I've also noticed that I've been wrong. There's been games I play, I don't enjoy it, I return the game, think about it, buy the game again, play it, and play it for like another 100 hours at least. It's really grindy. Yeah, those games sort of like try and make the grind the whole game. I like games that aren't grindy necessarily. Like the grind is you getting better. That's why I like hunting games because there's still grind in hunting games, but it's not that crazy realistically. It's only wild if you want to play more than one weapon. And even when you're done with the grind, you can just try and get better against all the different monsters in a hunting game. That's why I really enjoy those. It's also why I like PvP games sometimes. In PvP games, it's you trying to get better, trying to outskill your opponents using a various amount of different weapons. I like that. Well, it's not just like having the possibility. It's not just having progression from a skill point. It's not just having player skill progression that matters. It's also how fun the game is to progress in. Those are things that matter a lot to me. So previous Monster Hunter games I didn't like that much because how they did the gameplay was a lot slower paced. It's why instead I liked Dauntless more and why I liked Wild Hearts more than Monster Hunter. If only you weren't traumatized by your brother, you'd be good at fighting games. If I wanted to play him, I think I could see myself being good. I just don't like him. Honestly, it kind of does go back to that. Just bad experiences playing those, playing old fighting games. Those are the first games I ever got mad into. When you build when you build crazy builds with the best mods, the game completely changes and there's a skill cap to that to some warframes. Yeah, but like I don't know, dude. I dare to try For Honor. I'll try a new game like that when folks don't already have 1,000+ hours in it. That's what I'll do. There is nothing fun about trying to play a game like For Honor when you got people that have already perfected it, essentially. I will pass on that expeditiously. Street Fighter 6 at 1 million subs. At 1 million subs, we can do a bunch of stuff. Gotta get there first. Right now, I'm thinking I need to try making more TikToks, dude. Like just talking to a camera. And apparently, if you're posting on TikTok, you want to upload from your phone. There's a dude recently that's posting Apex content that was getting like 70K, 100K, 200K views on videos. He started posting from his desktop, 100 views, 100 views, 100 views. So just plug in your phone to your PC, drag the file to your phone, and upload it from there if you're a content creator of some kind. Have you seen Armored Core 6? I have. Don't know why I haven't played it yet. Just haven't. Yeah, when it comes to PvP games, man, if you don't get in it early, I think the experience isn't as good. That's why I'm saying I want to play Supervive on the 20th because I want to get in while the getting's hot. That's the ideal. That's the ideal time frame. You gotta be determined to get good in an old fighting game, at an old competitive game. You gotta want it so bad. Especially in For Honor's case. For Honor is one of those games where I think that skill is rewarded heavily. Like there's games such as Apex and Call of Duty and whatnot that you can get a kill on like the best player in the world if you get lucky. In For Honor, I don't think that really happens that often. Why is it better to post on TikTok via mobile? Is there some secret algorithm shenanigans? I think so. TikTok is very weird. TikTok is a very weird place that I kind of hope it gets disbanded soon, honestly. Unless they change something about TikTok, I hope it just gets deleted. Because what they reward on that app is very annoying. But it is very shenanigan oriented. Well, TikTok is going to get banned if nothing changes in the coming year. I think it's like, what, January? You're interested in platform fighters like Rivals 2, not the Marvel one. I know what you mean. You mean like Rivals of Aether 2? I don't know. I want what I'm interested in is more games that have telegraphs that are ARPGs or MMOs. That's what I want. But I might try Rivals of Aether 2. We'll see. Had a guy in Honor jump off the cliff 3 times, best of 4, and he beat me 4 times. Well, I think what happened with TikTok is TikTok got taken over. TikTok was forced to start. They were forced to start storing their information at Oracle, I believe, and had Oracle go over it. And from that moment, things have gotten really weird on the app. Wait, so in 4 the guy jumped off the cliff and died and won? The game sucks. Oh, he gave him a 3-kill lead. You got shit on, son. Yeah, I'd quit. I would quit that game in a heartbeat. Man, I'm dumb as hell. I didn't know what that meant. He jumped off the hill 3 times, died. Best of 4. He whooped your ass. Why is this guy rage bait in chat? Ignore him. Time for a haircut? No, I'm good. But well, gentlemen, I go to bed now. Have a good day. Roscoe, you too as well. Haircut stream? Hell no. The only person I'd have recorded a stream of cutting my hair is my sister-in-law. I don't trust her with clippers, man. Get a fade and slick it back. That'd look really strange. Barber stream? I don't know how folks do IRL streams. I don't get it. Like, how do folks just have the balls to sit there and be recording walking in public? I could never. I've tried recording on my walks and I can't do it. Even just like a camera thing. So imagine live streaming that. Johnny Somalia? Well, that guy's an idiot. That guy doesn't have enough brain cells to comprehend what's happening. That's different. I mean, like, functioning people of society. Like, how do they do it? When you make fat stacks doing it, probably a good incentive. Yeah, that probably helps. Like practice and making money and knowing it works. That might be enough of a kicker. Because maybe that's what it is for me. It's like, I know if I record it, like, chances are it won't like do crazy numbers. Like, it's still fun. Why is Helldivers 2 cooked? The community. Yeah. What was it? I thought about something recently in the gym. Oh, in the gym, I'm sitting there doing my cardio, and I always have like a dude who's like in the gym too, and he has his phone that's making noise. It's just like cardio zone 2, cardio zone 2. Kind of annoying, but I deal with it. And then he'll just randomly start saying lyrics. Bust it down like Tatiana. Just random stuff. It's like intermittent. And hearing that, which I don't say anything because it's not that big a deal. It's just kind of, it's like mildly annoying, but whatever. But hearing that, I always think to myself, I can't imagine being a random gym goer and you have a content creator sitting there doing a live stream in the gym. That'd be kind of annoying, wouldn't it? Just having a dude, when he's lifting, it's just like they're like lifting, making the noises. Once they're done lifting, it's just back to the phone, like me, like talking like this. I feel like they get a lot more annoying to think about. But then again, when folks are on their phone, who cares? Like if someone answers a phone call, it's like, hey, I got a phone call, answer it. So is that too much different than having a live stream and talking to your phone? It's all about the mental gymnastics and how you want to justify it. The Discord for Helldivers 2 is run by power tripping losers. Kinda, yeah, I can't defend that one. I know a guy, but he's been doing it since like 2007 every day. For me, it's how much space they take up. I don't like whenever folks are in the gym and they start trying to put like their towels and their water bottles on equipment. I don't like that. Especially if they're not going to use it. It's one thing to put your stuff there and then quickly walk somewhere else and walk back, like in the span of less than a minute. But if you're like doing a circuit, if you're supersetting and you put your stuff on other equipment, chim on now. Because if that's the case, you should have the decency to just ask folks to work in. And instead of making folks ask you to work in when you're working on two different things at the same time. And speaking of space, the gym I go to is not that spacious. You gotta freaking sit there and make stuff work. Like if you want to do, let's say, any kind of barbell movements, you have the squat rack, but deadlifting the squat rack is kind of frowned upon. So if I want to do Romanian deadlifts and I don't want to use a Smith machine, I have to freaking jerry rig some nonsense in the middle of God and everything. Yeah, gym etiquette doesn't exist. To the extent it should, at least. Taking up a lot of space and being obnoxious, very selfish thing to do. Yeah. Some folks be putting like their tripods super far away too. Like they have the tripod sitting up doing this thing, and then they're talking and doing their thing. It's tragic. Would you play the Dead Space remake or possibly an upcoming remake of Dead Space 2? I'm not against it. I might do that this month if I have nothing else to do. Yo, stupid, have a good night. Bro hit him with a freaking YouTube wave. Riddle me this, how come YouTube is still so ancient in how they do things? You start a live stream on YouTube and you have to change your chat from top chat to live chat or from top chat to all messages. I can't use emotes on YouTube from desktop. I can't use emotes on YouTube from YouTube Studio. I can only use emotes, like my own emotes, from the YouTube app itself. It's a pain in the ass. If I turn my phone sideways, if I rotate it like this, the chat box disappears. Chat will go away in 2 seconds. Right now, chat exists forever. I can scroll past it, I can scroll up and down, it's fantastic. If I turn the phone sideways, the chat's still there, but they make it like these weird boxes that disappear. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I want to record it and show what I mean to somebody. People have to know. Screen recording. Boom. Start recording. Skip countdown. All right. Wrong thing. How do you even change the perspective, actually? Rotate device back. I can't even show what I want to show. No. Oh well. They put their money elsewhere as well. We see they put their money elsewhere as well. See themselves as a company, not a platform. But as a company, you make more money if you make your services make more sense. It keeps switching the chat filter second for me. Mine's staying all messages right now. Thankfully. Grab a second phone. Well, I'm gonna get a PC for streaming in the kitchen sometime soon. I think my current PC will be a kitchen stream PC, and we can do more things. I might even mount some cameras on the ceiling and get wild with it. Who knows? I do want to start baking stuff on stream though, because the egg streams I'm gonna keep doing those because I eat eggs for breakfast. Why not? But it'd be cool to do like an actual baking stream with the name being OhDough and whatnot. The LED lights for the vibe of gamers. Perchance. There's potential for a gaming PC sponsorship. Maybe. So the PC, the gaming PC in the 3-week time frame is still a go. Upgraded to a 4060 recently upgraded to a 4060. Next year when the 50 series releases, I'm gonna get a 4070 Super. I think I plan to get a 4070 Ti. That's my current goal and ambition. And I want a 9700 X3D Ryzen CPU, I believe. Dough. Yeah, Dude, eggs and bologna is my favorite thing to eat since it takes like 5 minutes to make. It's even better if you add a flour tortilla. My breakfast takes a while to make, but I like it. It takes a while to boil the vegetables or to steam the vegetables, and it takes a while to make the potatoes, but I love it. I think it's wise making food you always look forward to eating. Get it quicker than the scalpers though. Oh, I'm not getting anything new. I think the 9700 X3D isn't new. Or is it being scalped? Say it ain't so. Anywho, folks, that is it for the cooking stream. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chilling and chatting. Means a ton. It's fun. Appreciate you. I'll be on the night playing Roblox, Helldivers 2 Edition. So, peep it if you want to. And thanks for being here as always. Have a good day or night. Laters. See ya. Bye.